Alright, here we go. Here's our first filming of Nemesis.
I'm the soldier.
I'm the scientist.
And we've got our secret objectives and everything set up.
Yep.
I don't know if there's anything really special. We're just playing on the basic side of the board.
Yep.
Mickey's got the bag set up, so I think it's ready to begin.
Ready to watch us die.
Alright, so first thing, draw up the 5 action cards. Move first action player token is not happening this on the first turn, so Mickey's first player. Probably should have said that. And then perform actions. So it starts with Mickey.
I'm going to pick up the corpse.
Oh, that cost 1, right?
Yep.
And it gets placed in his other hand.
Then I'm going to move 1 into the room right in front of me, I think.
Alright. Oh, I should...
And that costs an action. Now I roll for noise. A 3, so quarter 3. Heard something?
Yep. And you get the pleasure of flipping. It is the canteen where you can have a snack.
Dang it!
Number?
3, and it's a slimy. Oh my gosh.
Mickey has no luck with the slime.
Like our our playthrough game, first turn. Slime. And slimed again. So I'll put the slime marker on me, and I forget exactly what it does, but it's not great.
Whenever you roll this die, your X's count as slashes.
So I did pick up the corpse and moved, and now it's Jeb's turn.
Alright. I am going to move, so I'll discard 1 to move over here. Ah, an X. Nothing.
Figures.
There's only 1 item in here, and it is the engine control room. Check status of engines is the action. Oh, I need a roll, right?
Mm-hmm.
That helps. So in corridor 4 gets the noise token. I am going to move again, I think. So I'll discard 1 to move here. So noise, so I don't forget.
2 here.
1 and a door.
You found the cabins?
So 1 item. And a door gets placed through where I came. And that will be those 2 actions for me.
I'm going to search. So play the search card. I'm in a green room, so I draw 2. I have a choice of alcohol or a med kit. And don't forget, we're just telling you what we get, but if you guys are playing this like for real, I'm not telling Jeb what I get. But right now we want you guys to know what we have, and we don't have multiple cameras, so this is what we're doing. I'm gonna keep the med kit. And I'm gonna search again. This time I get a choice of alcohol or bandages.
Oh, you searched again, so this goes down.
I'm going to take the alcohol, I think. Alright. That's my 2 actions.
Alright, I'm going to discard 1 card to move. And I think I'm going to move... into here. So roll the noise. Nothing. It goes an X. It is the shower room. Mickey will like that. It was 2 items. And it is a claw mark on the token. Oh, actually, it says do not perform a noise roll for this movement, so I wouldn't have rolled the die. If there is an intruder in the neighboring room and it is not in combat with any character, move it to this room. If there are no more than one intruder, if there's more than one intruder available, move them all. So there's no intruders on the board. There, it says place a noise marker in each corridor connected to that room without a noise marker already placed. So it would not place one in here because there's already one there, but it will place one in room 1, or corridor 1, corridor 4, and corridor 3. And then I will spend my second action. I'll discard 1 to move into this place. So I guess I should look there first to see, but I will have to roll. It is the emergency room, and it's got 1 item in there. And it has a malfunction marker, so you can't use it. And roll for noise. It's a 3. So 3 is the technical corridor, so it gets placed over here. And that'll be my 2 turns. 2 actions.
I'm just gonna move. Straight ahead. Straight ahead that way.
This one?
Yeah.
Alright. And then I found that I think you're supposed to look at these first, because if you get the claw, then it says don't roll for movement. Which is what I found out.
It's a 1 and a broken.
Alright, so 1. And you're in the armory. And it's broken token?
Yeah, no, but both of my searches are already gone. That stinks. Why couldn't that have been like a 4?
I
Get
know,
some
right?
serious weapons. That's it for me.
Alright, I'm going to pass on my turn.
I'm going to pass on my turn.
Alright, so time track. Move the time marker on the time track 1. So down to 14. Intruder attack, no intruders. Fire damage, no fire or intruders. 7 is resolve event card, so draw and resolve an event card. Alright, so this has, I guess it doesn't matter on the movement because there are none on the board. So hunt, move every adult not in combat to a neighboring room with a character if possible. If there are several rooms, choose from, so 2 choose from. Move the adult, so I don't think anything happens because there's no monsters on the board right now.
Okay.
And then after that is Intruder Development Bag. So draw 1 intruder token from the intruder bag.
I didn't roll for noise.
Oh, then you should probably roll for noise. You got 1 in front of you.
Oh. Backing up to roll for noise. 2. Sorry guys, we're still getting used to this.
Yep. Alright, so that didn't really affect anything. So draw from the intruder bag and see what bad stuff happens.
I should let Jeb do this. Actually, we will, because he'll get
No.
queen right off the bat. You know you can't draw blank.
Please let it be the blank.
Got a creeper.
The larva?
No.
The larva, is it a full half circle?
What?
Is it a half circle or is it just a little dot? Yeah, that's just the larva. Remove this token from the bag.
Oh.
And add 1 adult to the bag. And the adult is the 2-1. Alright, I'll set that there or whatever.
Well, it's gonna get bad, but that was actually a pretty tame.
Pretty quiet turn.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so that round is over. So back to the beginning. Draw up to 5 action cards.
Which is the rest of your deck.
Not for me, I kept 1. Move the first player token, so I'm now first player. I'm perform actions. Alright, I'm going to search for my first action, so that rotates down to 0. And it is green room. So I got synthetic food or bandages. I'm going to keep the synthetic food. Spend 1 to move into the cockpit? Is that what they call it? So roll for noise. Got a 2, so it gets placed in this corridor. I am in there. So it's back to Mickey.
I'm gonna move here.
Alright, so movement or noise roll 2.
Yep.
Oh, Mickey found the nest.
Okay, so there's
A fire in it.
oh, it doesn't matter about the.
Fire in the nest.
So does that mean it's gonna burn the eggs?
Oh, that's a good question. If there is a fire marker in a room containing uncarried eggs, destroy 1 uncarried egg during the fire damage step. So it just kills 1 each round.
I'm gonna move again. This is dangerous. Oh, there's a monster coming in there.
Yeah, you gotta roll the die, but unless you get an X on it. Well, no, if you get an X, you get that. Oh yeah, X is the best thing you can get. Yeah.
Why?
How many?
4.
So it's a laboratory. So when you get an X, since you're slimed, it treat it as a
claw,
and then the
everything
claw
is
puts 1
on
in
each
everything
empty.
that doesn't have.
And I got re-slime, so nothing happens.
Oh. Thank you for getting rid of all the slimes.
Extra coating of slime. It's awesome.
And that was your 2
Those
actions?
are my 2 actions.
Alright, I'll spend 2 to check the coordinates card. Sit on B, right? Alright. I'm going to use my synthetic food, 1 use only, for 1 action. So I'll discard a card, draw 2 action cards from your deck. And then that'll be my second action for this turn.
Alright, I'm going to use blocking access. So it's a 0 card. Use in a room with a computer to use the room's action without paying its cost. So
Nice.
I'm going to analyze an object. I'm going to analyze the corpse I have.
That was the human corpse?
It is.
So, character corpse?
Vulnerability to energy. Any energy weapon attack that deals at least 1 injury deals an additional injury. That's awesome.
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir. Especially for Soldier Man.
Yeah, because mine is each time I deal an injury, deal 1 additional.
So that means
So now
it's
I'm doing-
stacking.
Yeah.
It's awesome. That was 1, and then I'm going to pass.
I will discard 1 to move. Should I?
Where do you want to go, sir?
That's the question. I guess I'll go to this one.
This one?
Yeah. So,
Roll for noise.
we'll first flip the token to see if it's a claw. It's not, so... 1. Damn it.
Oh, here it comes.
So, it's got 3.
3 searches.
3 items, and
Oh, look at that. I flipped it right there.
what is that place? Storage?
It is search. The storage action is search for an item.
Okay. Draw 2 cards from an item deck of a chosen color. Oh, so it just lets you straight up pick from one of the decks. But if you actually search in the room, you have to draw from the red deck. Alright, so I rolled a 1, so that would place this here, but you can never have 2 at the same time.
So clear everything,
So clear 'em.
and welcome to the bag, right?
Alright, discard all noise markers from all corridors connected to the room. We did that. Draw 1 intruder token from the intruder bag. So, drawing from the bag.
Here comes the queen!
Oh no, it is a... what's the one guy? A creeper? place the intruder miniature on the room. So I believe creeper is this one. So that'll go into my room. And then... Compare the number on the intruder token with the number of cards in the player's hand. So it's a 1, and I have 1. So if the number of action cards is lower, nope, equal or higher, nothing happens. Put the drawn intruder token aside.
You lucky.
Woo!
That never happened to us last game.
Nope.
It goes back in the bag?
No, to the side, since it's out on the board now. Dang. Alright, and that's it for that.
Now we pick objectives.
Yeah, one of the big things in this game is the first time an encounter happens, every player has to pick one of their objectives. So I got one more action, which I guess I don't think I can actually search well. All I can do is try to move, shoot, or do a melee, so I'm going to shoot him with my gun as a basic action. So I discard 1 to do it. To do the shoot, I have to spend an ammo from my energy weapon, and I roll the die and pray. Wow. So it's got 2 hits,
wow.
And then my assault rifle adds 1, and then that adds 1, so 4, but I believe it only needed 1 to kill it.
That's great, though.
What was that? Oh no.
Creeper.
Creeper is draw intruder attack card. Yeah, okay. So it's just the eggs and the larva that are 1. So 4 gets placed on it, and it had 3 life. So it is dead.
Yeah, it is.
And then I believe this gets placed in that room. The corpse.
You were talking about searching. Can you do the special search while the room's broken?
No.
You have to fix it, right? Before you can...
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Alright, so that was my 2 actions. Mickey had passed last turn.
Mm-hmm.
So now back to me, I pass. So...
End the round.
Alright. Move time track, so down to 13. Intruder attack, no intruders. Fire damage, burns one of the eggs in the nest. Resolve event card. Scent of prey, so this is for creepers and adults would move, but there aren't any. Place a noise marker in every corridor connected to a room containing a character with a slime marker, except corridors that already have noise.
Crap.
Well, I think they're good.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, so nothing happened. And then intruder bag development. You want to draw this time?
All
See
right.
how I've drawn from
You were going to so make fun of me if I picked the stupid queen, though.
Yeah, I will.
I'm putting it back if I get it. Larva.
Larva, remove the token from the bag.
And put in an adult.
Yep. They're growing. Alright, and then beginning of the round, draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And move the first player token, so Mickey's first now, and he gets to start.
Move it into the egg machine.
Alright. Encounter.
Yep.
So 1 would get placed here, but remove.
Right. Now draw from the bag, right?
Yep.
There, put that over there. Pretty sure an adult's coming out this time. Or better, something. Bigger.
Luckily no breeders are in there, right? I don't think any breeders started.
Here's the first adult.
Uh-oh. Which one do you want? A crouching one or a standing one?
I don't care.
I'll give you a crouching one. Oh no, don't eat me.
I don't do anything with the back of it at this point, right?
Yeah, the back of the thing, the number.
Yeah. Oh, I do. What? I look at it now?
Yeah.
3.
And how many cards do you have in your hand?
4.
Then nothing happens.
Oh, does he get an
That's
attack?
the secret attack, or what is it? The surprise attack. So you have 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna
50-50 chance.
I'm gonna try one and see what happens. Discard a card to do an attack.
Basic shoot, right?
Yes.
And you discard a.
And one of those. Miss.
Does that? Oh, that deals. Okay, I thought I read something.
So I missed.
Yeah.
I'll try one more time. Some glutton for punishment.
You will take burn damage.
It's at the end of the round. I thought you said it was at the end of the round.
Creepers or the bad guys happen once per round, but for you, every 2 cards, if you're in a fire room, or every 2 actions, if you're in a fire room, you're taking a damage.
What do I get for damage?
I think it's a light wound. 1 light wound is what you would suffer. Two damage?
Yep.
So, here's your... Oh, well, I guess not yet. So 2 damage on him, and then flip this, right?
Yep.
6.
Oh my gosh. Of course.
Whatever. And then that was your second action?
Yep.
So since he's in a fire room, he gets a light wound. I will discard 1 to move into this room.
Can I see the book?
Oh, there's 4 in there? Dang.
4. Yeah, you got a lot in that one.
Yeah, sadly, I don't have a search card, which is BS. I will roll for noise. I got a 4, which is the corridor I came in from. Then I will move again into this room. Oh, that's going to bring out an intruder. But... So, roll. 4 gets placed here, so an intruder happens. So all noise markers get removed from my adjacent to my room. Let's see what kind of bad thing I draw. An adult. And that is a 4. I have 1, 2, 3 cards in hand, so it's a surprise attack. But Nerves of Steel, discard this card during a surprise attack to ignore the effect. So, I am saved from that.
You take a last shot at him.
Nothing.
Sucks so bad. Alright, and then how do I try to move? Oh, that's right. It doesn't, it gets to attack, but I still move no matter what. It's not one of those situations
Unless
where I
you're
don't
dead.
get... Right, okay. So,
Draw and resolve 1 intruder attack card. If the card displays an intruder symbol corresponding to an intruder, resolve the effect described on the card. If not, the attack misses. You're moving?
Yep.
Where to?
Here.
Alright, so since he's moving and there's an intruder in there, he has to resolve an intruder attack card. You want me to just flip it?
Yeah, just flip it.
Alright, it is the creeper, which that is not. So this does not happen. So you're out safe. And you gotta roll a noise for...
Fill them all up?
Ooh.
Sheesh.
And there's already 1 in the technical corridor.
Yeah.
So that was your 2. For my first, I'm going to do taking aim. Perform a shoot action with your energy weapon. You can re-roll your first result on the combat die. So let's see what happens. That is not good enough, right?
You need adult or better. That's better.
I'll take that. So 2 plus 1 plus 1 is 4 damage on him. And it's 4 health. So he's dead, and a carcass comes out. And then I guess for my second action, I'll discard 1 to move into here. Three. That's it for me. So back in, and I'll pass. So move time track down to 12. Intruders attack. Intruder attack. So there's actually intruders on the board, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that? Each intruder in combat will attack.
So that's not happening right yet.
Fire damage. Each intruder in the same room as a fire marker suffers an injury. So it takes an injury. I wonder if I flip to check its life. When an intruder suffers injuries, which I assume that is, yep, suffers an injury. It's an adult. Draw one intruder attack card, ignoring everything except the blood icon.
That's
so the
yeah,
fire
but that was the red section of the book you were looking at. That doesn't matter?
No.
I just thought it was like you were looking at the combat section.
I'm looking at intruder injuries and death whenever they
Okay.
take an injury.
So if it's whenever, then
Yep.
okay.
So it took an injury, so it has 4 life. It's still alive.
Of course it is.
All right.
No event card, I think.
Yep. Event card. Adults and creepers will move through corridor 1. Oh, Mickey, I'm sorry. He's moving through corridor 1, which is to you. Damaging fire. Place a malfunction marker in each room with a fire marker. Place a fire marker in each room neighboring a room with a fire marker. Fire does not spread through closed doors or technical corridors. So place a malfunction marker in each room with a fire marker. So there's only one getting placed. Yep. One malfunction there. Oh, actually, the fire, when it did a damage to him, it also kills an egg. We forgot that. Place a fire marker in each room neighboring a room with a fire marker. So, neighboring the nest is the armory and Mickey's room.
Thanks.
And, yep, so the fire spread. That was the event card. And then now it is Intruder Bag Development.
You need to move his damage with him. Where'd the bag? You got the bag, I guess. Let's see it.
I've got the bag hidden.
Oh my gosh.
Ba-bum! It's an adult. All players roll for noise in order. If a player's character is in combat with an intruder, this player does not perform a noise roll. Return it back to the bag. So only me.
I guess, because I'm not in. I'm at 1.
Of course, the way I wanted to go.
Oh, and it's full now.
Yep. Alright, so we did that. So back to the beginning. Draw up to 5 action cards. Pass the first player. And start doing our stuff. Discard 1 to go into the canteen. So roll for noise. 4. It gets placed in the technical corridor. So if you don't mind grabbing that one out of the technical corridor. And see what I bring out. Ba-bum. Oh, the blank! I got the blank!
Does it get put back in?
That's a good question. Blank token. Place a noise marker in each corridor connected to the room in which the encounter took place. So it just filled it all back up. That sucks.
That's literally what it does?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not good?
Nope. Well, I mean, it's good in the sense that Monster didn't come out, but it
just made it so...
that whoever... Yeah. Alright, and I assume it goes back in the bag, so... Alright. So that was my first action. My second is going to be to search. So it is the canteen, so I get a med kit or alcohol. Let's go with the med kit. And that was my 2 actions, so back to you. Oh, I searched, didn't I? So this is now at 0.
I'm going to move. So,
Resolve the attack.
yep. Looking at for an adult.
Adult is on here.
Crap.
Bite.
Crap.
If the character has 2 serious wounds, they die. If not, they suffer 1 serious wound.
Okay. Do I read these? Or what is it? Is it just...
Yeah, I think you flip it.
Okay. I am bleeding. Each time you pass in the player phase, your character suffers 1 light wound. Okay. So, how do these work?
When you get your 4th, you die.
Okay, so, but like, some of this...
Dressing them flips them face down, so the effect is no longer in action.
Okay.
I don't know if you had any other questions aside from that. And I believe healing...
So you... Oh, wow,
Get
it's a
rid of it.
2-step damn process. Holy crap.
But you're out of the room now, since
Oh, that's
that
right.
was your...
But I have to roll for
Yeah.
noise, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Of course not.
So, here.
Man, I can't catch a break. A larvae. So, adults going in the bag, right?
Oh wait, no, that's during a different step.
Yeah, that's an attack. Right?
This is you bringing 1 out, so it's not an adult goes in the bag.
Oh. So this is... It went on me?
Well, 1 goes into the room, and then you check to see if it does that surprise attack. And if it does, then it goes on you. So I don't know where the token is you drew.
What?
So you put that on there, and then you check the back of the token you drew.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
1.
All right. How many cards do you have in hand?
1.
Then it doesn't do a surprise attack, so it's just sitting.
Actually,
in
I
the
have my entire hand, so...
Yeah. So it's just sitting in the room. It's not on you yet.
Can you punch things with your fists?
You can melee, but if you do, you get.
Oh, yeah, they...
Contamination
cards. Crap.
Yeah.
But I can't do anything with him in the room, right?
You can try to move, but then he gets an attack on you, and I think his attack is... you draw from there and see. So...
Alright, gonna do it.
So melee, you get a contamination card in your discard, and then roll to see what you get. You did the damage, so that says deal 1 injury to your target. So
He's a 1, right?
I believe creepers only have 1 life. Or a larva, right? I will move into this room.
Wow. Look at all the fire on the board this game. It's so irritating.
Evacuation section B, 1 item. It's got a fire.
What's the...
And then I roll noise.
What's the room ability?
It is evacuation section B, so it's the... It lets me get into that.
Ah, you got a 3.
Oh, crap. Alright, so intruder bag, please. Adult, and it's a 4, which I don't have 4 in my hand, so it's a sneak attack. Sneak attack is... I flip a card, right?
I think so. I think it's just a regular attack. It's just that it happened.
It's just if the sneak attack is done by the larva thing, it pops on you. So it's all of them, so he does it. Slime. The character gets a slime marker and 1 contamination card.
Yeah, welcome to my world.
Ugh. I'm slime.
Did I burn the wrong card? I'm putting it back if I did. Ow. Hey, why wouldn't there be a computer in the shower?
There's one in there too. I'll shoot him. Just a basic attack. So 1 because of that, 2 because of that, 3 because of that. And his life is a 4. So he stays alive. Things looking bad for me now.
So, when you make the decision that you've done your objective or whatever, what are your options? Escape pod and hibernation, right?
Yep. Hibernation isn't open yet, but once it is, then you hibernate, and then you wherever the ship's going, that's what happens to you. Escape pods don't open until the countdown is a certain thing, I believe, unless you have a thing that lets you open it.
Right.
And
then
once you escape, then you're done, and then
you have to wait and see what happens. But you need to be headed to Earth, right?
I don't think so. I think once you're in the escape pod, it sends you to Earth. So.
Oh, escape pod wise. Otherwise,
if you're on the ship, like hibernation, you need to be going to wherever you want to. Earth lets you live unless you have the Mars.
And the ship can't blow up.
Right. Yeah. Although I don't know about the pods. If that's, I feel like you can get into them another way.
All right. Is it my turn?
Shit, what happened? I attacked him, so I moved and attacked, so back to you. Oh, and I take a damage because of the fire. A light wound.
Alright, I'm going to discard a card to play my med kit and dress this. And I think I'm gonna search. I can search anything in that, right?
Yep. And it goes down 1.
No, that's a room action, right?
What? You're in the shower.
Oh.
When you actually do the search action, you can pick anything.
Gotcha.
So you're doing search?
I think so. Now that was only at 1. How many was there?
It was at 2.
It's at 2. I want both. I want both so bad.
Alright, I'm going to pass, and since I'm in a fire room, I take the turn that I pass, I take the damage.
Oof.
But then, now I won't take any more damage no matter.
Right, only have that. That's what I was looking up when I brought out the book.
So, I passed. So, it is back to Mickey.
I am going to search.
So, it's empty now.
I took the self-destruct key.
So, what does it do?
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, you just took that. Sorry, I thought you were doing an action.
It was an action.
I mean, your action was to search. I thought you were doing something after.
And I have no cards left, so I can't pass, but then it goes to you. You've already passed, and now I pass.
Yep. Alright, so move.
So the answer is yes, I pass.
Alright. Move the time track. Intruder Attack. So it's going to attack me since it's in the same room. So, yep, claw attack. The character suffers 2 light wounds and gets 1 contamination card. So I assume the first light wound gives me a serious wound. From now on, the cost of your escape movement action is 2. And then the second one puts it back on. I assume that's how that goes.
I don't know.
I mean, it says to take it off once you get the serious wound, but then since it did 2, the second one
started back over. I got you.
Alright, so that was that wonderful attack. Fire damage, so both of them are in rooms with fire.
And then you do a check.
For each of them. So let's start with mine. 3, he's dead. And then...
And this beauty?
5. Still alive.
Oh, come on!
Alright, resolve event card. Oh, this is for Creeper, Breeder, and Queen. For moving, but there are none. And then create another consuming fire. Set... Oh, this is a different effect. Set item counter to 0 in each room with a fire marker. So every room with a fire marker goes...
Oh, this was a 4 search. Now there's nothing, it just all burnt?
Place a fire marker in each room neighboring a room with a fire marker. Fire does not spread through closed doors or technical corridors. Oh, this is really bad.
So I just got a fire.
You got a fire. This gets a fire.
Engine room gets a fire.
Engine room.
Both engine rooms?
I think that... Oh, no. One more and that'll be game.
Why?
Because that's 8 fires that are out.
I thought it was just...
when
It's
we
the
get
fires,
the 9.
too?
Mm-hmm.
And as well as the broken stuff?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And we have no idea where the fire control room is.
Is that a 2 or a 1? That's got to be a 1, because it's got to be in every game.
I thought... Oh, yeah. Yep. It's a 1.
I'm not even close to 1s.
Oh, boy. Alright, so that was the Resolve event card. Next is Intruder Bag Development. And let's see what's happening. Oh, the bag's kind of empty now. It's an adult.
Imagine that.
And you know what happens with adults.
You roll or something.
If you're not in a room with, if you're not in combat, then you roll the die.
I'm not in combat, so I'm rolling the die. I get a 4.
Let me just double check that. All players. Yep. So you got a 4.
Mm-hmm.
And that goes...
Oh, it's just a plain old noise roll?
Yeah. Oh, great. To the room I need to go to. And then this gets placed back in the bag. And then draw up to 5 and pass first player.
I'm going to rest. Can I have a scanner, please? I'm safe.
So what happens?
I get rid of it, right?
I thought it said on the...
Scan all contamination cards in your hand and remove all not infected cards.
Gotcha.
Alright, so that was 1. I'm going to go ahead and take a room action for 2 and get rid of my slime.
And then you take a light wound.
Oh, I forgot about the fire. I couldn't see it.
No, I mean, it's the shower room. There's so much water and yet it's on fire.
It's an oil fire. It's burning on top of the water, Jim. Don't you know anything?
I'm going to spend 2 to do a careful movement, which lets me move into here. And then I place one of my choice, so I'll put it in the one that doesn't have it. And then I am going to move 1 for real into here.
And bring out a monster.
It's a malfunction.
And a 2. Wow!
I'm slime though.
So everything else is filling up on it.
Yep. Surgery room.
That's where you can get rid of the bugs.
Except it's broken. And then 1 gets placed everywhere. Oh, this is awful. So that was my 2 actions, so back to you.
I'll discard the card to pick up the corpse. And then I will get a serious wound. I don't have any more
You're
cards.
passing after that?
Well, it's not. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
it's
you-
kind of passing.
Well, you have to. If you can only take 1 action, you take the 1 action, then pass. So. But you still get the serious, or you get a light wound, which turned into a serious one.
Arm. The character has only 1 hand slot for heavy items objects. If they have 2 heavy items, they must instantly drop 1. It was my weapon.
You just put it off to the side since that's character specific. So back to me now.
That's so stupid.
I'll pay 2 to move stealthily or carefully.
Stealthily.
Oh, nothing happened in the room. It's only got 1 item though. It's the hatch. And I get to place the noise marker, so I'll place
What's the hatch?
open or close escape pods. Alright, so that was all of my stuff, so I'm passing.
Pass. Okay, we're both passed.
Alright, so now we do move time track down to 10. Intruder attack, nothing there. Fire damage, he takes 1. Let's see if he
Oh, get him off the board
he's
finally.
dead.
Oh my gosh. Get that sucker out.
Resolve event card. Malfunction. Oh, well, check move. There's no monsters on the board. So. Place a malfunction marker in the explored room with the lowest room number. Then shuffle this card back into the events deck. The lowest room number? Alright, so a quick look online, because I didn't want to spend a ton of time searching. A lot of people online were playing it as the lowest numbered room that's been explored that doesn't have a malfunction. Because in our case, the lowest explored one
Number 3 is
three,
here.
and it's got one. So we'll look at the next one. 4 has one.
Yep. 7 does not. What is that one?
6.
Okay, so 6.
6 will get it. And then this gets shuffled back into the event deck.
That's nice of him.
Yep. Oh crap, that last time a fire happened, an egg was supposed to go. Intruder development. You want me to do it or you want it?
Go right ahead. There's that queen. You blanked again?
A blank. Add 1 adult intruder token to the intruder bag. If there are no adult intruder tokens available, nothing happens. Alright. So, that was the end of the round. Back to draw up. And pass the first player token.
Look at my cards.
I will search. So it's down to 0. And then I will move 1.
What?
A door.
Oh.
And it's 3 items on it.
What'd you find?
The generator. Initiate or stop the self-destruction sequence.
Put your guy back on there.
Oh yeah. Alright, so that was my 2 actions. Oh, I needed to roll for that, right?
Noise, yep.
I'm
Wow.
slimed, so
Oh,
that's one
that's
every.
right.
Not in the room.
Alright, moving back in the lab. Oh, that's great. I don't have to put anything.
Right.
So that was just as good as an X. 2 to research that guy, which is that one.
Intruder carcass?
Yep.
The way of moving. Intruders other than the queen and breeders cannot destroy closed doors. I don't know how helpful that will be, but at least they can't destroy closed doors.
And then I take a light wound from fire.
I guess I will search. I guess I will take the fire extinguisher.
We're gonna die anyways. As soon as it spreads again, you're not gonna be able to get anywhere. I thought there's a room or something that does it, but I don't think we have it.
Yeah, there is a room. I was hoping to find it. I guess I'll do this quest item. So, I discard a card, and it says discard tools or duct tape to activate it. So I'm discarding tools from my hand. And now I have armor. 1 use only. You may discard this card after an intruder attack to ignore the attack. So, And that'll be it. So back to you.
I'm going to go ahead and chuck this to go ahead and flip my quest item of laboratory equipment.
Mm-hmm.
And that has to go away to do it.
And was it a requirement to be in the lab to do that, or was it just...
No, it's discard chemicals to activate this
Gotcha.
item, and it costs 1 to do it. So discard, throw that away, and now it's a 1 use only. But if I'm in a room with a character corpse, intruder carcass, egg, discover 1 corresponding intruder weakness card. And so I am in a room with an egg, so I will...
With a carcass.
An egg. Oh, I'm not in the nest. Dang it!
Yeah.
What a waste.
You're almost there.
Alright, I'm gonna move back there, I guess. That's the end of my... Well, I'm gonna pass now anyways, but I took good fire damage.
So I passed, so that's
Alright,
it for the
that's
round. Move the time track. Intruder attack, no intruders. Fire damage, egg gets destroyed. Resolve event card. I should stop shuffling. Malfunction, place a malfunction marker on the lowest explored room. And it'll get shuffled back in.
Probably 7 now, right? Because didn't we play 6 last time?
I think so.
So cabins.
Because that's 8. And I will let you shuffle this.
Why? Because
I put that right back
I
on
feel
the
like
top.
we're hosed already. It's like...
I'm pretty sure we are.
This is disgusting.
And then resolve intruder development. We get... Oh, got the queen.
Uh-oh.
What does she do?
Strike just comes out and plops a bunch of babies or something.
If there are any characters in the nest room, place the queen miniature in that room and resolve an encounter.
Oh my gosh, so good. Thankful I didn't go there.
If there are no characters in the nest, or its location has not been discovered yet, add an additional egg token on the intruder board. So she gave birth to another baby and
That's
then pops
it.
back in the bag. And I will pass this over to Mickey.
Alright, I'm going to move to the emergency room, I think. Roll for the noise. A 1. It's Ray.
Hi, Ray.
Play this and this to do the repairs. And that's move 2. Alright, that's it.
To do what? Repairs?
I did repairs.
Oh, to get rid of this thing.
Repairs cost 1, so I discarded that card to do it.
Alright. First thing I'm doing is resting. So scan my contamination card. Nope, I'm clean. Did you want to check?
I probably should, knowing you.
Not that bad of a... I mean, I can't even lie my way through Sheriff of Nottingham. So. And then my second action is going to be to initiate the self-destruction.
Okay.
Back to you.
Move 1. This one. Move 1.
Ooh. So goes in the... Well, first you would have flipped the question mark, but yeah, it'll go in the corridor.
So it's broken in a 4. And it's the calm room.
And you rolled a 1.
I did.
So it goes... There's already 1 in there, so you clear out all of them.
This.
Yep.
And coming out to bite me is...
The queen.
Maybe. It could be. Could be. It could be an adult. An adult 2, and I have freaking no cards.
So surprise attack.
Yep.
So let's flip that, right?
Yep.
And adult is on there. Claw attack.
Okay.
The character suffers 2 light wounds and gets contamination.
Oh, great. You draw up to 4 action cards instead of 5. Why am I contaminated?
It said...
I get one of those too. It just
suffer
said it.
2 light wounds and get 1 contamination.
Okay.
That way. Alright, I guess I'll move into that room. So no need to roll. It is 3 item. It does place it in all of the non-ones though. And I don't have any more cards, so that's it for me. So I'm passing.
Same.
Alright, so move time track. So
you found what?
evacuation section A.
Other one's exact evacuation B right by each other.
No, B's over here.
Oh, I didn't even see that was out. Seriously?
Yeah. But it's been on fire pretty much the whole time. Alright, so these move down. So that... And then now you're able to hibernate if you want.
You've got the ship blowing up.
Intruder attack. So if the intruder is in your room, it attacks.
I'm gonna die.
Adult is that one. Yep. Bite. If the character has 2 serious wounds, they die.
Okay, I'm dead. I have 3.
Alright. So this gets placed where your dude is. Fire damage. That room's not on fire. Resolve event card. Move every adult not in combat to a neighboring room with a character if possible. If there are several rooms to choose from, move the adult to the room with the lowest number. Yeah. Alright, we'll play where it doesn't move. So that was the event card.
I would have played it like that until you said if possible, and I'm like, well, it's not possible, and that there is no...
yeah.
That's... What are we doing?
The development.
Blank.
Blank is add an adult intruder. Alright, so back to draw up, if you want to hold that.
You just get to be first player all the time now.
Oh, actually,
But
I think when a player dies, they're supposed to be special. First dead character. The ship's AI immediately starts emergency procedures. All escape pods are automatically unlocked. Yeah, so first dead character just means all escape pods are automatically unlocked. Alright, so I dropped 5. I'm the only character. I'm going to try to do evacuation section A. Try to enter an escape pod. You may perform this action only if an escape pod in section A is unlocked.
which it is.
And have at least 1 empty space in it.
It does.
Make a noise roll. If any intruder appears in this room, your attempt to enter fails. So I guess I should discard first. So I'll discard these 2 and roll.
Don't you have to get an X?
X or a claw.
Oh, because you're slimed.
Yeah. Damn it. Alright, so 1 will appear.
How many Siriuses do you have? Just one?
1. So, you got the bag? You want to draw for me?
Yeah, I do. What's the worst thing that you can get?
The queen.
Okay, let me see if I can get that for you. Well, there it is.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. What was it?
So it's an adult 3.
Adult 3. I've got 3 in my
Ooh!
hand. Alright. So it doesn't get the surprise attack on me, but my escaped attempt fails. So now...
You're going to try to shoot him?
No, I'm going to use the fire extinguisher.
Oh.
So I discard 1, and it says, use on 1 intruder in the room you are in, it retreats. So it goes, and then you put an adult back in the bag, I believe. So that was my second action. Well, I guess I just play now,
yep.
Right?
Now's the time to get back in. What?
So stupid. I have a contamination card. I don't have the cost to get in. I have to wait till next round. So I'll search.
Oh, wow.
And it lets me get anything. So what's good? I guess I'll take the...
Really? I would have gone with the health.
With the health?
That's what I would have done to try to keep myself alive. Unless you're going to try to make a cocktail or something. I don't know what you're doing.
Another fire extinguisher.
Oh, that's good.
Alright.
Nothing wrong with that.
So contamination's all that's left. Alright, so I'm ending. So I'm going to discard that. So move the time track. And the self-destruct. Intruder attack.
Nothing.
None. Fire damage.
Nothing.
Oh. I don't know if I missed the last egg time.
You might have.
Resolved event card. This is going to screw me over. Noise in technical corridor. Oh, actually adults are going to move through corridor 4. Place a noise marker in the technical corridor if there isn't already one there.
What?
The circle.
Oh.
If there is, each character in a room with a technical corridor performs a noise roll. Alright. Intruder bag development. You want to do that?
Yeah, I do.
Please be nice.
Let's get some good beasties in for you. That's the blank again. Put in an adult, right?
Yep. So close. Giving me heart palpitation. Alright, so back to the beginning. Draw up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I do my stuff. So let's do it. Spin 2. And what do? Noise roll, right?
Yep. But you're safe. There's no technical corridor on there. You would have been in trouble if there would have been a corridor.
After resolving it, if no intruder has reached the room, place your character in one of the unlocked escape pods in section A. Is that over there?
I think so.
If there's any free space, each pod... See the escape pod section at the end of this room sheet to determine what happens once a character has entered a pod. After entering an escape pod, place the miniature of your character on one of the 2 spaces. Afterwards, decide if you want to launch an escape pod immediately or wait. I'm launching. If you launch immediately, remove the miniature of your character and the escape pod token from the game. From now on, you do not take part in the game any longer. Will you end this game with a victory or not? You'll find out during the objectives check at the end of the game. Any character in the launched escape pod is always treated as if they have arrived on Earth.
Nice.
So
you got out.
I'm out.
And I assume you got your objective or you wouldn't have tried to leave.
Yeah.
What was your objective? What?
I'll read the end of the game stuff. Alright, end of the game. The last alive non-hibernating character on the board dies, hibernates, or uses an escape pod, meaning there's nothing more to do on the ship. So there is nothing more to do on the ship. If any of those were met and one character survived, go to victory check. Victory check. Engines check. If the ship survived up to this moment, its engines are checked. I feel like there's a thing that says If the self-destruct marker moves to the final red space... I thought it was assumed that once everybody's off the board, then if it's in self-destruct mode, the ship blows up.
It didn't make it there.
I mean, it would play out where the ship
I see what you
up.
mean. I got you.
Yeah. So, the engines don't really matter. I mean, we can flip them just to see, but working, damaged. But that doesn't matter. Coordinates check, if you want to tell them what it was. I knew from the beginning it wasn't going to Earth.
There's an action to switch that, though, right?
Yep.
The control room or something? I don't know.
In the same room.
Oh, in the same room you do it?
Yeah. Yep. You either look or you change.
Gotcha.
Contamination check. Each alive character checks their contamination cards. So I look at all my cards, and I believe I have one contamination.
I'm laughing if you are infected. That would be hilarious.
I know you would enjoy it.
It would be pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
Nuh-uh. Nuh-uh.
If there is at least one infected card, that player shuffles all their cards, action and contaminations, to create a new action deck, then draws 4 cards. If at least one contamination card, infected or not, is drawn, the character dies.
Now you're just playing a crapshoot?
Yeah.
Oh. So I guess the theme is like you might make it to Earth before the alien pops out of your gut. That's kind of hilarious.
This is awful. I guess I probably should have tried to keel it. I think that would have been the smarter move. If I had kept it in my hand, I had the rest. I was dumb. 1,
2, 3.
Yes!
Oh! What's the next card? Nope. Oh, he was pretty safe.
There it was. Alright, so,
Should have let me shuffle.
if there are none, they are lucky to survive.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, objective check. If there are any characters alive up to this step, you only have to check if you accomplished your chosen objective. Each player whose character is still alive at this step must check if they accomplish their objective. They all reveal their objective cards to the other player and check to see if it's met. You were infected?
Yep.
Oh. Alright, so my objective, greener pastures, player 2's character cannot survive, which I'm player 2, or, I think it's,
I gotcha.
In case I was
right.
not player 2, or your character is the only survivor, so I had to make sure you died.
Oh.
So, yeah, I was like, I'm going to start that generator and see if you try to go to a hatch, I'm going to close it.
I only needed to do 2 of those.
Oh, you got that one?
And that's what I was bitching about myself for, because I forgot I had this. And then when I flipped it, I was like, oh, wait, I was thinking of this one, because this is the Computer Anywhere card. I was just like, I've already played this character once and still hosed the whole thing out. Because I had an easy one, and I could have got on the freaking pod, which... I was getting close to the pod, jump on the pod, and then I probably would have left too because there wasn't any reason to stick around and wait for you.
Well, that's what my concern was, because I was like, I think once you did the second one, I was like, I think his goal is to get that. And
yeah,
I was like, how am I going to kill him?
That was the same one I had the first game that we played. So there's that.
Anything you want to say real quick before we go into review, or?
No.
I feel like it played out better than our practice. Just because our practice, I think we only got to like round 13 or 12.
Yeah, I mean, I think that as most times,
we
once we practice, we kind of, you have a little bit of an idea what you can risk with, and what you shouldn't risk with unless absolutely necessary. So yeah, I totally agree with that. I don't really have. I feel like my death was mostly me. Just made some bad,
I was concerned when you...
days.
Well, I mean, I was happy you did it, but when you started making your way back to the lab, I was like, oh, that's just going to add up more wounds.
I know, but I mean, it was kind of like, I'm right there, And I had, like I said, I had botched this because all I needed was to stand there and do the corpse. I didn't need to pick it up and go back, so that was my biggest bonehead. You take that back, I don't go there, I don't spend a whole much time. You know how quickly I was over there if I don't...
Yep.
This was, like I said, I screwed myself over. And at that point, obviously not knowing what you had, but at that point you would have been... It didn't matter that you did this. You would have been... I don't know what you would have been able to do to try to kill me at that point. It would have been tough.
Well, I know if you had started making your way this... Because I thought you knew about this one. I was like,
actually,
he probably doesn't want to do it since there's fire everywhere.
Oh, well, yeah, I would have gone and looked for the other one first anyways, because walking through all that would have just given me all kinds of...
But the thing is, if you started your way that way, I would have known you were looking for it.
Right.
I wouldn't have done the generator.
What do you mean?
Oh, no, yeah, because that only unlocked when you died. You would have had to actually unlock it with the hatch before you could actually get on. No, you had already started this by the time I started going over. I had the card to start this too. I would have just done that. I had a card that starts ticking this down. Once it hits there, they both pop open. Oh, you have a card that does that?
Yes, I told you I did. I had
self-destruct. I forgot.
That's what I was holding it for. I'm like, okay, I have to wait 3 turns. I'm like, I'm going to start making my way over it. I mean, I probably, it's all speculative at this point, but that was what was going through my head. And this just was dumb. And once I get this going, but I needed the generator room, which was another big problem because that was over there.
Yeah.
But if I have to do this in the generator room, in a different game, this would be great. Because then I can use the internet and risk assessment actions from any room on the ship. So I have a computer, and the one is use a room action from the room you're in. Gotcha. So I could have, it didn't matter where it was. I had a plan, I just totally screwed myself out of all of it.
Yeah. Alright, well, I guess we will be back for... what I wanted to say was the last intruder weakness. If you had did the egg, it says the amount of injuries needed to kill any intruder is decreased by 1. So
that would have been better than the other one.
Yep. So, alright, we will be back for review.